Good evening. This is Kilo Zero Lima Alpha Oscar. Welcome to the Colorado Amateur Radio Emergency Services Region 3 District 2 Net. Our district consists of Larimer and Weld counties. This net meets each Thursday evening on the 447.275 repeater, courtesy of the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. All stations with 70-centimeter privileges are invited to check in. All announcements about amateur radio-related activities, including club events and meetings, are welcome. This is a directed net, and all traffic will go through the net control station. This is Kilo Zero Lima Alpha Oscar. My name is Luann, and I am located in Loveland. I will be your net control station for this session of the net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic before we begin? Is there any formal NTS traffic for the net? When checking into the net, please give your call using the standard ITU phonetics, followed by your name and then your location. Stations with traffic for the net should indicate so during their check-in. I will now take check-ins from stations using battery or emergency power by call suffix. Stations using battery or emergency power with the call suffix alpha through Mike, please check in.
This is Kilo Echo Zero Lima Charlie Kilo KE0LCK, the other Mike from Windsor.
Good evening, Luann. This is Whiskey Zero Delta Delta Zulu, Dave from Greeley.
Good evening to the net. Kilo 8 Golf Echo Echo, Jerry, Fort Collins.
Good evening, Luann. This is Kilo Zero Alpha Bravo Kilo, Alex and LaSalle.
I would like to take a break and recognize KE0LCK, W0DDZ, K8GEE, and K0ABK. I will ask again for all calls Alpha through Mike with battery or emergency power. This is Kilo Zero Lima Alpha Oscar. We'll now take stations using battery or emergency power, Alpha through Zulu.
Good evening, Luann. This is Kilo Delta Zero, Tango Yankee Uniform, Joe in Loveland.
Good evening. This is Kilo Charlie Zero
Zulu, India, Echo. Darren, Fort Collins.
This is 6 Uniform Delta Tango, Ed Brooklyn.
This is Kilo Delta Zero, Uniform Juliet Kilo, Steve in none.
This is Whiskey Alpha 3 Yankee, November Foxtrot, Dave in Fort Collins.
X. Dave.
I'd like to take a break, and Ed, I believe I want to make sure I have your call properly. It's K6 UDT. And also, Steve, I didn't quite get yours. Dave, I did get yours, WA3YNF. So, Steve, can you come back with your call?
Kilo Delta Zero, Uniform Juliet Kilo.
Thank you, Steve. That would be KD0UJK. Ed, can you come back with your call as well?
It's Kilo Golf 6 Uniform Delta Tango.
Thank you very much. KG6UDT. One more call for battery and emergency power, Alpha through Zulu.
Kilo Delta Zero, Tango Yankee Uniform, Joe here, Loveland.
Sorry, Joe, I did that to you last time. I do have you in. I will now take check-ins from all stations with call suffix Alpha through Mike.
Kilo 5, Bravo, Bravo, Charlie, Base 5, Phil, mobile in through Kapalaka.
This is Whiskey Zero Delta Alpha Bravo, Dave in the Estes Park Med Center.
I'd like to take a break. I will recognize W0DAB. The station before him, your audio was low and I could not copy it.
I'll try it again. K5, BBC, Phil, mobile.
Was it K5DUC?
DDZ with the relay.
Go ahead, DDZ.
That is Kilo 5 Bravo Bravo Charlie Phil.
I would like to recognize K5 Bravo Bravo Charlie Phil. All stations with suffixes Alpha through Zulu.
November 7 Golf Echo Sierra, Kevin, in Fort Collins.
Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Bravo Charlie, Pete in Fort Collins.
This is Kilo 6 Oscar Golf K6OG David in Estes Park Med Center.
And, I'm sorry, N7GES again. I do have business for the net.
I would like to take a break and recognize N7GES and K6OG. Pete, can you come back with your call? It's a little rough tonight.
That is Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Bravo Charlie. Hopefully that's a little better. I am portable.
That would be KD0 WBC. Again, all stations Alpha through Zulu. Please call.
This is
Papa Whiskey, David, Estes Park, Battery.
This is Kilo Delta Zero Romeo India Lima KD0 RIL Bob, Estes Park Medical Center.
Could the Papa Whiskey station come back? I think it was David with your call.
This is David, November 5, Papa Whiskey, Estes Park.
November 5, Papa Whiskey, and KD0 RIL, Bob from the Med Center. Again, one more time for Alpha through Zulu, all stations.
Whiskey 0 Juliet Delta, Daniel in Estes Park.
Luann, I'm not sure if you got me or not. Kilo Charlie Zero Zulu India Echo. Darren, Fort Collins.
Good evening, Darren. Phil popped his head in and said, you forgot Darren again. So you and Joe, I'm sorry about that. I do have you on the log, and I forgot to call you in. And I would also like to recognize WW0. Is that JD, Daniel? One more call for all stations Alpha through Zulu.
Luann, this is KD0TYU. I've got some now.
X-ray Chris in Loveland.
This is Kilo Bravo Zero November Echo John near Livermore, KB01E, battery powered.
That was a really good double. John, can you come back with your call first?
Kilo Bravo Zero November Echo.
The other station that doubled with John, can you come back now?
Here is Kilo Zero
Juliet, Echo, Foxtrot, Jeff, Echolink, Cheyenne.
Thank you. I would like to recognize KB0NE and K0JEF. This is Kilo 0 Lima Alpha Oscar with the ARES Region 3 District 2 net. We will now move on to net business. N7GES, what do you have for the net? N7GES, what business do you have for the net? Moving on to KD0TYU, Joe, what do you have for the net?
Well, first, I'd like to thank you very much for taking the net, doing a tremendous job. I tell you, when I run one, I wish I could run it as good as you. But anyway, let this drop for a second. We're going to go on with this. We've got a steering team meeting coming this next Tuesday, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to get everybody onto an EC, or EOC. And we will be announcing that in the future. I know Dave has actually went out and approached a few of you people about different things that may not be in your file, and we are trying to get all this stuff up to date, so kind of bear with us for a while. We should be able to have this thing complete in just a short period of time, but I just want to make everybody aware that we are still working on it, and if there's something that you folks need, please get a hold of Dave or myself, DDZ or myself at EC at, I don't know what it is, R3D2, and you can get a hold of me or you can get a hold of Dave also, and we'll get whatever you need. Are there any questions for me on that particular subject?
DDZ with Sills on emails.
Go ahead, Dave.
You can get a hold of Joe at EC at coloradoaresr3d2.org or get a hold of myself at admin at coloradoaresr3d2.org.
Okay, if there's no questions, thank you very much, Luann. Doing a tremendous job. Back to net.
Thank you, Joe and Dave. N7GES, Kevin, are you out there, and what do you have for the net?
I am. I bumped myself off the air somehow, so if you called for me earlier, I'm sorry. Thank you. I have been coordinating net controls for a long time, and we've been doing it sort of from week to week. What I would like to do is start a schedule of net controls for each week of the month, at least the 4 regular weeks, and we will take care of any fifth weeks as we go along. We have several new net controls, and I would really like to get them involved. So I'm wondering if I could get at least some of our new net controls, such as K0ABK and K0LAO, And I don't remember if MQA checked in this evening or not, but those are some of our new ones that have been in here to volunteer to take a particular Thursday, first, second, third, fourth Thursday of the month on a regular basis. And then we can reschedule. We can also have backup net controls who can fill in for you on those weeks that you can't be there, because we all recognize that even though you make a commitment to a particular week, a regular schedule, sometimes things come up. So I'd appreciate it if you think about that. Let me reset. If you would think about that for just a moment, and if I could have any volunteers for a particular Thursday of a month, so that we can at least get this rotation started on a full-time basis. So let me take new net controls first, folks that have already done it but would like to do this more regularly and on a regular schedule.
Kevin, it's KD0TYU. Why don't you put me down for one of the nights? I think I should do it.
All right, that is probably a good idea. Which one would you like of the four? What would be your preference?
I don't know, whichever one's available. You know, get everybody else first when they have a problem, but I'm pretty much free on Thursdays, at least for now.
Okay, very good. Any of our other new net controls that might feel like they could would be willing to try to be available on a particular Thursday of the month, first, second, third, fourth Thursday of the month?
ZIE with a comment.
Go ahead, ZIE.
I was just going to remind you that I think it would be a great thing to continue doing the remote nets on the last Thursday of the month.
Yes, and we'll take that into account as well, and that's going to change perhaps some fourth Thursdays and maybe if we have fifths. I haven't looked at that far ahead on the calendar, so thank you for the reminder as well. Okay, so we still have 1, 2, and 3 at the very least. Any commitments to those at this point? And I understand if we're not ready to quite make a commitment, but let me just throw it out there for at least a quick offer if anybody is ready to make that commitment, with, of course, the understanding that if you need to be off, you can always call me and we'll arrange a backup.
K0LAO, I'll volunteer for the first Thursday in the month.
Okay, excellent. LAO, I'll put you down for first Thursdays. And as I said, if you have a conflict, do let me know. There was a double with Luann, the other station coming in.
Yeah, Kevin, it's me, Alec, K0ABK. If it's okay with you, I will take second Thursday of the month.
All right, very good. Any takers for third at this point? If not, we'll hold that open. And but if anybody is really hankering to get down and go with this, I'd like to take somebody that at least has run it before. So any offers on that?
W0DDZ will take the third. And Joe, you and I can split the third Thursday. How's that sound?
Works for me. I think I hear of KD0UJK volunteering there.
Hey, it's KD0UJK. I'll be a backup.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm sorry if we doubled. I did not hear you. Thank you, Joe, for letting me know. Unless that was a volunteer of a volunteer. So Dave and Joe, I'll put you down for backups on third Thursdays. We'll need a backup. We'll need somebody for perhaps an occasional fourth or fifth Thursday, depending on how that works. UJK, I'll have you down for. I should be writing all this down as a backup, and I thank you very much. We'll take that for the time being. If others are interested in doing net control and have not, please contact me, and we'll get you with somebody that can help you through it for the first or second time if you wish, so that you know what you're doing when you are ready to actually do this on a full-time basis. You can contact me at N7GES, that's November 7 Golf Echo Sierra, at Colorado ARES R3D2.org. Hope I have that right. I'll stand corrected if I need to. I thank you very much for your patience while we set this up, and if you have any questions about net control spots or anything, please do contact me, N7GES at Colorado ARES R3D2 suffix. Thank you, N7GES.
ZIE with a comment.
Go ahead.
Just because we've got so many folks taking different Thursdays and such, I did want to bring to the attention of everyone that on the ARES site we have a calendar that will get updated with all of the owners of the different weekly nets. So if you ever lose track, feel free to log in and check that. We'll also use that as a reminder location for all of the upcoming meetings that ARES has planned. Back to net, KC0ZIE.
Any more comments for Kevin or the group as far as scheduling is concerned? Seeing none, this is Kilo 0 Lima Alpha Oscar with the ARES Region 3 District 2 net. Do we have any late check-ins? All stations, all suffixes, please call now.
This is Whiskey Niner. Over.
Whiskey 9 November, can you please come back?
This is Whiskey Niner, India, November. Estes Park.
Whiskey 9 India November, do I have your call correct?
ZIE with a fill.
CIA, come back.
I'm pretty sure it's Whiskey 9 India November Echo.
Thank you, Darren. It kept cutting out on the very end, and I believe I can look that up, and the gentleman is from Estes.
This is Kilo Charlie 0, Quebec, Oscar Kilo, Marty, near Wellington.
like to take a break and acknowledge KC0QOK. Are there any more late check-ins? All stations and suffixes.
Kilo Echo 0, Oscar Uniform Sierra.
This is November 0, Alpha Foxtrot Mike, Art MS Spark. Good evening.
KE0OUS, can I have a name and a location, please?
The name is Nate in Windsor. Thank you.
I would like to recognize N0AFM. Are there any more late check-ins? Seeing none, is there any late or missed business for the net? Seeing that there is no late or missed business, I would like to thank each station for checking in and the NCARC for the use of this repeater for this evening. All stations with appropriate privileges are invited to participate in the following nets: the standard ARES HF net on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on the frequency of 3.810 megahertz. Also the statewide ARES VHF net on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. on the frequency of 145.310 megahertz using a tone of 88.5 hertz. Sorry, I forgot to count. Tonight we had 24 check-ins. The duration of the net was 33 minutes, and we had 3 announcements. This net will meet again next Thursday evening at 7 p.m. local time. 73, and good evening to all. The repeater is now open for normal use. This is Kilo 0, Lima Alpha Oscar.
This presentation was brought to you by the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.